Well, less than a day after the Arizona legislature referred the Secure the Border Act to Arizona voters, a lawsuit has been filed challenging its legitimacy.
The group challenging it is confident in the lawsuit, but we talked to a constitutional professor today who said, not so fast.
As we speak right now, my office is filing a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of this measure, HCR 2060.
And with that, the so-called Secure the Border Act meets its first legal challenge. Lucha, an organization that fights for social and racial equality, plans to fight the act because they say it violates state law.
This referendum is as defective as it is devious. The defect that is ripe for challenge, and which we are challenging in our lawsuit that we're filing this morning, is that it embraces more than a single subject.
Attorney Jim Barton, who represents Lucha, believes the initiative attempts to legislate both immigration and drug trafficking, thus making the proposition invalid. Their case, though, may not be as strong as they think.
There is a single subject rule that applies to this kind of thing, initiative for new legislation, but it's a very weak rule. And I think as long as the subject, all of the parts are about the same general subject, I think it's okay. And I think all of these probably will survive with that.
ASU law professor Paul Bender doesn't see the single subject law as the strongest legal course to fight the act. But that doesn't mean Secure the Border Act supporters should celebrate just yet.
Yeah, it's basically the same problem as 1070. Immigration law is a federal subject, and the states can do things in that area if Congress says they can. But I'm not aware that Congress has done anything to authorize this kind of thing.
And while the fate of the Secure the Border Act will be played out in court, Lucha's director hopes for laws to make a better future for Arizonans.
We need to focus on solutions, and we don't need to focus on things that are going to harm our communities.
The attorney you saw in that story, Jim Barton, expects a court decision by August. Also today, House Speaker Ben Toma released a statement saying in part, HCR 2060 empowers Arizona voters to have their will heard, and that's clearly panicking liberal leaders and their activist allies who fiercely oppose any efforts to secure the border.